let's say, all natural things, gestures that common people do, like blinking, or like stuttering, or wiping your forehead when it was too hot. He had to speak hours and hours on end. He hated air conditioning, and he was sweating.
Sometimes cameramen could not avoid getting unsuitable shots. So these pictures of Ceausescu relaxing with party cronies were really not quite right.
He was never shown chewing food or drinking from a glass or a cup of water. Never. Just half the gesture, no? Taking the cup or the glass to his lips.
On one occasion, Melinescu slipped up. We don't have the pictures, but he certainly has the memories.
And the incriminated picture showed everything which shouldn't be shown under no circumstances. Ceausescu, in 2 seconds only, did everything wrong. He stuttered, he blinked, he wiped his nose, he forced his eyes, he was nervous. Something happened during those 2 seconds, and that came onto the screen. And that was disaster. I took the blame, and for about 6 months, there was a cut in the salary, and I was put to do the menial jobs of the department.
A tiny minority sought to criticize the leader. One Romanian cartoonist had the courage to lampoon Ceausescu's practice of having streets cleared of traffic so his motorcade would have a clear run.
The tram is in the middle of the road and the policeman's saying, "Pull over to the right and don't answer back. The comrades' convoy is coming."
Mihai Stănescu was even able to show this cartoon publicly. He was the only critical cartoonist allowed to exhibit his work from time to time. One occasion particularly sticks in his mind.
Many were queuing to see my work and didn't dare to laugh. They'd wait until they got outside because they were afraid someone would snitch on them that they had laughed at Stănescu's cartoons.
Stănescu had fought long and hard to be allowed to show his work. But there have been suggestions that it suited the secret police, the Securitate, to tolerate him.
It was a way of controlling people. I'm not saying that Mihai Stănescu was controlling us. Thank God for him and his cartoons. But I think the system also had a way of controlling us through jokes and allowing certain things so we wouldn't just blow up.
Securitate tolerance did not go as far as allowing 2 books of his cartoons to reach the shops. Yet interestingly, some of the Securitate officers kept copies for themselves. Their office was close by. From their windows they could watch him in his studio.
Once they came to my studio and asked me to autograph one of my censored books.
In the 1960s, a band in the town of Timișoara had made a name for itself by playing British pop music, especially the latest Beatles numbers.
Baby at your breast, wonder how you managed to feed the rest.
The leader of the Phoenix band, Nicu Kovac, was a natural member of the Awkward Squad. Typically, he filmed his band traveling upstream, literally. Here was his response to Ceausescu's announcement that all Romanian art may only draw on authentic national folklore.
From now on, we were only allowed to sing in Romanian. Our response was, "You want folklore? You'll have folklore."
However, the folklore was combined with rock, and the songs had a strong Robin Hood theme.
Eram furioși, noi eram tineri furioși.
We were angry young men, and rock music was our way of expressing our feelings. But as we sang in archaic Romanian, they couldn't compare us with Western bands and accuse us of importing foreign influence.
Din vest să spună că facem import de influență.
Normally, the police would confiscate the ID of any teenager with long hair and only return it when he got his hair cut. But Nicu found a way round this.
Totuși,
To this day, I can't understand how I acquired such a privileged status. When my band members had their IDs confiscated, I used to intervene. I'd go to the police station and have a row with the cops. The result was always the same. They'd hand over the IDs, and our guys' hair stayed long.
făceam un scandal, luam buletinul.
Kovac seemed to enjoy some sort of protection from higher up, but it didn't last.
Ca nu cumva să se tâmple, să certe lumea.
To make sure there was no fighting and that people wouldn't shout forbidden slogans, the Securitate soldiers and police mingled with the audience.
Deci și pe din
There were policemen with dogs outside the stadium as well.
erau soldați, înțelegi? Care
All this intimidated the audience and ensured that they showed their appreciation only by applauding.
aplauz. Atât.
Soon the Securitate were threatening Kovac.
Eu am fost și anunțat.
I was warned you're in great danger, because it was so easy to end up in a madhouse tied to a bed, with them saying he was taking drugs.
Kovac took the hint. At great risk, he hid his band in loudspeaker boxes and smuggled them out of Romania. Vasily Paraschiv, a working-class man from the town of Ploiești, was one of the very few who challenged Ceausescu openly. Nothing could stop him. In 1971, he sent a list of proposals to the party leadership and to the unions, of which he was a member.
Acele 11 propuneri
Those 11 proposals stipulated precisely the democratic rights and freedoms that are enjoyed today by the Romanian trade unions.
astăzi în România.
The response of the Securitate was a series of beatings in secluded places, like this forest near his home.
M-au bătut, m-au torturat, m-au
They beat me.
maltratat
They tortured me.
cu bastonul de cauciuc.
They hit
la
my
care
soles with a rubber stick. They hit my face and my stomach with their fists.
la față și
And they hit me on the head with bags filled with sand
și cu
for 7 days and 7 nights,
în cap. Timp de
without
7
water and food.
și 7 nopți. Fără apă și mâncare.
This didn't stop Paraschiv fighting for union rights. After being attacked again, this time on the staircase outside his flat, he got himself photographed immediately afterwards. But the worst thing that happened to him was being put in psychiatric hospitals 3 times, even though he was perfectly sane.
Ceaușescu la Timișoara a spus că numai un nebun poate
Ceausescu had declared that only a madman could disagree with the grand achievements of socialism.
ale socialismului. Și dacă totuși există oameni care nu
And if there were people who disagreed, then they were mad.
socialismului, aceștia sunt nebuni și pentru ăștia avem noi
And the straitjacket was awaiting them.
așa de forță pregătită pentru ei.
Paraschiv is one of the few victims of the regime who ever got to confront some of his tormentors. After the revolution, he went back to one of the hospitals where he'd been detained. There he met the hospital's former chief psychiatrist, Dr. Ara Kerestigyan.
Bună ziua, domnule doctor. Să trăiți. Mai mă cunoașteți?
Da.